This is a fantasy documentary. The pioneering work shown in Hyperland, however, is very real.
I had a dream the other night as a result of a hard evening's dozing in front of the television. I dreamt that I finally decided just to get rid of the thing.
Our winner number one, and Michelle, you and I are going to walk this golden road. That's what we're going to do.
I thought there must be a better way of spending my time.
With this right here, this pink grapefruit juice. That's what it all begins.
Like walking to the nearest scrap heap and throwing the wretched object away.
Win this.
A color TV!
Television set, which you obviously would like to have very much. Then we will go on to the next bend in the Golden Road. And there, you could win.
We live in a television age, and television is selective. One camera shot of a pretty nurse helping an elderly patient out of an empty hospital.
Our denominations say, our demons say, our devils
It just
say,
needs a final mix. The dough must next be kneaded like this.
Stop. You may think you only have unsocial body odors in your armpits, but are you Pit Stop Fresh? You need new, environmentally safe Pit Stop.
It seems such a waste of the
Unsocial
technology.
smells in all your body crevices.
Maybe in the future, we'll find a better use to put it all to.
On the day that Japan has agreed to fix the dollar exchange rate at 1 cent to the yen in return for the state of California, we'll be gauging international economic reaction on the floor of the Moscow Stock Exchange. Also in tonight's program, the greenhouse effect really starts to bite.
Yes, but this isn't anything new.
From St. Mark's
It's
Square.
still the same boring old television.
And the England cricket team is in deep trouble.
Are you tired of linear, non-interactive television, Mr. Adams? Don't even know what linear, non-interactive television means, Mr. Adams? Are you tired, Mr. Adams, of the sort of television that just happens at you? That you just sit in front of like a couch potato? That doesn't involve you? Come on, interact with me.
Wait a minute.
Yes, what is it you want to know?
Who the hell are you?
Me? Oh, I'm just him. My name is Tom, and I'm your agent. May I ask if you know what that means?
You want 15%?
It means that I'm here to do your every slightest bidding, to fetch and carry for you, to work tirelessly and selflessly on your behalf, always ready, always willing, no job too small or too menial.
Are you sure you mean agent?
I mean that I'm a software agent. I am merely a simulacrum, an artificial and completely customizable personality, and I only exist as what we call an application in your computer. I have the honor to provide instant access to every piece of information stored digitally anywhere in the world. Any picture or film, any sound, any book, any statistic, any fact, any connection between anything you care to think of. You have only to tell me, and it will be my humble duty to find it for you and to present it to you for your interactive pleasure. Is there anything I can do for you now, Mr. Adams, sir?
Well, yes, you can stop being so obsequious for a start.
It will be my very great and profound pleasure to be less obsequious, O Master. I am, as I humbly mentioned to you a moment ago, fully customizable. Allow me to present you with my control panel. Would you care to alter me in any way which takes your fancy? Just touch the appropriate control.
Okay, Buster. What do you want now? Get a bloody move on, can't ya?
Good. What would you like to find out about now?
Hang on, I'm rather enjoying this. What else can we change?
All lines to London are engaged. Please try later.
As you can see, that's nothing about me at all, God bless your face. That isn't completely customizable 110%. In any way you like, Sheila? All right, boyo. If you want me like that, you'd better find me a tank then, hadn't you? There is a new version of the software due out any minute now, which will, of course, be completely reliable.
Look, what is this thing? Does it have a name?
It has lots of names.
All right. Who invented it?
Lots of people invented it. Do you want to hear about a few of them?
Maybe. Just a little bit.
One of the first was an American government scientist called Vannevar Bush. He thought of it as long ago as 1945.
1945?
Then there's Ted Nelson, who developed the idea of hypertext in the 1960s. From the 1970s onwards, there's been a group of people working at what is now called the Media Lab at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Then, in the late 1980s, came the Multimedia Lab in San Francisco. In the early 1990s, Robert Abel developed a pioneering example of multimedia based on Picasso's painting Guernica.
Can I just interrupt you a moment?
Oh, absolutely, at any moment. That's the whole point.
What are those things?
They're called mycons. They were invented by a Norwegian called Hans Peter Bronmo at MIT in 1989. Try touching him.
A mycon is a motion icon. It's motion because it's a sequence of frames that are run in a loop. And it's an icon because it's a representation. It's used as a representation for an idea or a concept or a piece of information in some form. Imagine, for example, that you are watching this interview with me, and I make a reference to Ted Nelson. Now, Ted Nelson was the person who back in the 60s coined...
I thought of the idea of hypertext in the fall of 1960, but not under that name, and for years I tried to explain the idea to people everywhere, and apparently most people thought I was literally insane. But it seemed so clear to me from the very beginning that writing should not be sequential, because the problems we all have in writing sequential prose derive from the fact that we're trying to make it all lie down in one long string. And if we could only break it up into different chunks that the reader could choose, why then we wouldn't have to decide what goes in and what goes out. We could just...
Okay, so how do I find something? Like, how do I find my way back?
You just asked me.
I just did.
Or you can touch the go back button, which is a thing that looks like a minimalist fishhook.
So, what do I do now?
May I just make a point here?
Can I stop you?
Of course. But the point I wanted to make was that you don't have to ask me what you have to do all the time. Do whatever you want.
I'm doing what I want. I'm telling you that I don't know what to do. I'm completely lost.
Then you need a guide.
Find me one.
Now you're getting the idea. Look, why don't we just start at the beginning?
Well, Bush, of course, was President Roosevelt's science advisor during World War II, and so he was very much in communication with scientific thinking and recent experiments and the development of the nuclear bomb project all through the war.
Well, you had a good trip. Very good. Rough on the way back. Oh, very smooth trip coming back.
What's this film?
This is Vannevar Bush himself recreating an historic breakfast.